Today's back to school spot. Look what we're having a look at. Today we're having a look at the Dudley The Phat bottom bag. Now, obviously, when you're going back to school, a big thing that you need to start considering is not only the stuff that you're taking with you, but also what you're putting it in. Knapsacks become a really important part of the back-to-school shopping experience. It's kind of like the base. It's the bread to the back-to-school sandwich that you're preparing. It could make or break a good trip back to school, essentially. Now, this comes to us from the good folks over at Dudley. Dudley Locks actually does produce a knapsack now. On the top tag there, zooming the camera in if the camera will allow me. Let's zoom. There we go. The Phat bottom bag. It's strong, durable handle, soft touch grip, handle can withstand up to 50 pounds. Reflective straps, adjustable to carry a variety of sporting equipment. Wide bottom base, which is really the big selling point of this. A sturdy, wide bottom provides added stability and allows the big bag to stand upright. Last, zipper pockets, multiple zipper compartments for added storage capacity and organization. One thing that this bag definitely excels in is storage. Now, obviously, the big thing, the big draw, as Spot's already mentioned, is the fact that it's a Phat bottom bag. In other words, if I move the camera down, one thing that I always had the issue of when I was going back to school was when I put my stuff in when I had textbooks and everything else I was putting into my knapsack, that knapsack never sat up. It'd fall against my chair, or of course if I was putting in my locker, it was always a big issue. Definitely not an issue here. Dudley has definitely thought that out and given us a bottom base. So once you put your textbooks and everything in, you can see it stands upright and no problems whatsoever. Obviously, the other big draw of the knapsack is the amount of storage it has. Now, there are zippers on the side, all of which have Dudley written on or indicated on the zipper itself. It is actually a rubber too, so you're not going to worry about, not that you were going to be poking your eyes out with zippers anytime soon, but at least it's a nice rubbery zipper. So on the side, you get 1, 2, 3 different pockets, different storage compartments. So they're small enough that you could put things like keys and some maybe spare change. If you were Napoleon Dynamite, you could store your tater tots in there as well. I would not really condone putting tater tots in a knapsack. It is a durable canvas material. Dudley on the front there. There is a secondary, if I just bring the camera up, this is a big bag, I apologize. Just bring the camera up here. There is a zipper compartment on the top, which goes fairly deep. This would be ideal for calculators, compass kits, whatnot. The same zipper compartments are on the side, the same 3. There is a zipper compartment. See how many zipper compartments we can actually count off in this review. There's a zipper compartment in the front. We move that open, and inside, right here, you've got a little mesh section here. Looks like a secondary pocket for cell phones. I think that would be an ideal cell phone case. You've got some pockets on the bottom here for your pens and pencils. This section probably would be ideal if I move the camera back up. This knapsack would be ideal. This section right here would be for textbooks, notebooks, something such as that. Zipper these back up. Spot's got this in blue, by the way, but it also comes in other colors, if you are also wondering. On the front, one of the other big draws is that it's got a padded front. Between the padded and the straps, and then the padded little pillows right here, top and bottom pillows, move the camera down again, right here, you can get some added support. So the worst case scenario is like you're like myself back in the day, and I'm sure everybody in probably their mid-30s can all relate. Carrying home back to school stuff in your knapsack, always, especially when you got the heavy textbooks, you think to yourself, oh no, it's heavy schoolwork day. Why does it have to be math and science? But at least with something like this, you get the added support. I mean, those are pretty dense pillows too, so they're going to keep you nice and secure and comfortable, which is always a nice bonus. And then finally, open up the main compartment here. This is what actually surprised me the most for how much storage it had. The main compartment, goodness gracious, the main compartment, move the camera around here. But I apologize, I'm not going to be able to get all of this on camera here, but you've got a main mesh pocket in the front, on the inside front. Another mesh compartment at the top. You even get yourself some Dudley stickers. You put that on your knapsack, or you could put that on your locker. Then around in the front section here, let me just move the camera around here. On the front section, perhaps you could put your iPad, smaller devices in there. And then, of course, you've got your the rest of the section compartment here. So you're getting a lot. You're definitely getting a lot of storage. Zip this completely up. I think the knapsack is really nice. And again, when you're shopping back to school, I know some people don't want to think about back to school. We're knee deep in it right now. So if you guys are going back to school, you probably are now shopping or have almost finished your shopping. But definitely the one thing you want to be considering is knapsacks. It's the meat. Like I said, it's the bread of your sandwich. If you don't have a properly built knapsack, my brother, you're gonna have a lot of ordeal for the rest of your year. Spot's been there, and man, have I dragged a lot of textbooks home from my knapsacks because they were so uncomfortable to carry around my shoulders. So, I mean, it's a really beefy knapsack. I mean, obviously the big draw for me, again, was the fat bottom. So it's going to stay upright. I'm not going to have to worry about it. And it has lots of pockets. It's probably going to have more pockets than you can remember. But wherever you need to put something, the fat bottom bag is going to have it for you. Today's back to school spot, look what we were having a look at, a knapsack. Spot was having a look today at the Dudley fat bottom bag. Now, certainly stick around, guys. Spot's got more back to school items for you as you guys have now started going back to school. There's definitely more heading your way. I'll see you guys next time.